Now, a News 2 special presentation, Remarkable Women of the Lowcountry.
Welcome to the News 2 Remarkable Woman Special. I'm Carolyn Murray.
And I'm Octavia Mitchell. We join you from the beautiful Hotel Bennett in downtown Charleston. Today, we are spotlighting some of the Lowcountry's most wonderful women. We accepted your submissions on who you believe are the most incredible women in the Lowcountry and narrowed it down to 4 finalists.
And now we are so excited to introduce you to each of the 4 finalists before bringing you to the grand reveal of our winner aboard the USS Yorktown. Our first finalist is Pamela Walker. Ms. Walker has spent the past 50 years serving others, and most recently, she headed one of the Lowcountry's largest organizations. She helps make sure that people do not have to worry about their next meal.
News 2's Sophia Desasor shares her unlikely story fueled by passion to serve.
This is a familiar walk for Pat Walker.
So these are retail dinners.
For the last 9 years, the aisles of the Lowcountry Food Bank have been her #1 priority.
Hey, I have to hug him.
It's a place where her hard work and passion collide.
I've been thinking about you. Yes,
Walker served as a school teacher for 30 years before volunteering for East Cooper Meals on Wheels.
And that just changed my world. I don't think I knew that there were so many people in our community, in our affluent community, who were food insecure.
What she thought would be some volunteer hours quickly turned into a tremendous leadership role. President and CEO of the organization.
I really just kind of jumped in with 2 feet to try to make a difference and to serve seniors who had worked all of their lives, but for whatever reason could not access healthy food.
After 10 years, she transitioned to lead the Lowcountry Food Bank.
It energized me, it motivated me, and it just planted that in my mind that everybody in our community has the right to eat healthy food.
Her approach was simple: focus on those they serve, honoring their dignity by offering healthy choices.
So we came up with a distribution model called Fresh for All, which is literally a farmer's market style distribution where people come and they choose what they want, what their families will eat. Who are we to determine what you and your family will eat by giving you a bag of food that we have chosen? You should be able to choose.
Under her leadership, the food bank increased the pounds of food distributed by more than 72%, serving over 200,000 people across 10 counties each year. But ask Walker her greatest accomplishment, and her answer is clear.
The staff that we have built at Lowcountry Food Bank, they're committed, they're dedicated, they're passionate, they want to reduce food insecurity in our community, and they're agile.
Longtime friend, philanthropist, and businesswoman Anita Zucker says Walker's empathy sets her apart from other leaders.
She is a remarkable woman. The fact that she was able to maintain the level of engagement and involvement and running around that business was phenomenal. It takes a lot of strength and a lot of energy to do the work that she did.
A remarkable woman, giving her life to support the lives of others for more than 50 years.
I'm humbled and I'm honored.
Walker announced her retirement as president and CEO last February. A month later, the need for food assistance hit an all-time high. She set aside her plans and focused on crisis relief. Walker told Sophia the pandemic was by far the greatest challenge she ever faced as a leader.
Now to our second finalist. You know, we rarely think of doctors as commanding an army, but the staff at Roper Hospital say when the enemy is COVID-19, it is a war. I spoke with a physician who's leading the troops during the pandemic, and she uses skills and passion to protect and serve her patients every day.
I think it's okay if the nurses' names are on here.
Suited up and ready for battle.
For example, like this.
Scrubs, mask. Walking through halls of the hospital, creating plans to care for a new population of patients. Dr. Romina Ilick is an anesthesiologist.
It's nice to be able to take care of patients and see them safe through surgery.
She is director of the cardiovascular intensive care unit at Roper Hospital.
Typically in the ICU is where the sickest patients in the hospital end up, and so those are the folks that we focus on.
Focusing on those needing the most care while managing to reduce IV and catheter-related infections.
Oftentimes they come in and you're not necessarily sure why they're sick, you just know that they're really sick, and so you may have a very limited amount of time to figure it out before they get worse.
Calling the shots during a pandemic has forced a new level of leadership because the enemy, COVID-19, is unpredictable and unforgiving.
Early on, it was just a lack of information initially and trying to learn as you go and take care of patients with a brand new disease that we didn't really know that much about. It's really heartbreaking to not be able to help somebody when they're asking for help.
1 year into the pandemic, and there are treatments and vaccines.
It's very rewarding when you can help somebody out through what could be the toughest moments in their life.
But COVID-19 is a war, and every day she and other healthcare workers are battling against this deadly disease and its effects.
Logistically, just finding space for patients as the hospitals are at capacity, and so getting phone calls from other facilities and asking for transfers for patients who are really sick and who need to get to a higher level of care, and not having space for them is tough.
Her colleagues call her tough. When patients go on a ventilator, Dr. Ilick peers down their throats, knowing the procedure puts her at high risk of exposure to COVID-19.
Most folks know going on the ventilator means that not only are you very ill, but your mortality increases when you require mechanical ventilation. And that may be a marker just because you are that sick and you need that extra care.
Challenge and change are nothing new for Dr. Ilick. She came to the United States with her mother from Croatia.
I think I was probably 7 or 8 years old.
Learning and mastering a second language and culture.
The clash of the two cultures, so kind of being a little kid and going to school and having to learn a brand new language and a new way of life and a new culture.
When the words healthcare workers on the front lines are said, there is one who stands shoulder to shoulder with her staff, but for the many lives she saved or improved, she stands out.
I love my job, and I'm really, really lucky that I can do it, and I can do it with such amazing people at my side. My family always knew that I was going to be a doctor. It just took me a while to believe them. A whole litany of things I thought I was going to be, but definitely not a physician for a very long time.
You might imagine that Dr. Ilick's schedule would not allow much downtime, but this mother carves out time to be a triathlete who enjoys surfing and running and the occasional sweet treat.
I can eat a pretty impressive amount of M&Ms in one sitting.
Dr. Romina Ilick, a mother, doctor, athlete, and truly a remarkable woman. Dr. Ilick has been recognized as one of Roper's COVID-19 healthcare heroes. The 4 teammates who nominated her all say she values and encourages input. They also say she always has a positive attitude.
Coming up next, 2 more remarkable women. One, a generous cafe owner who's never met a stranger. The other, a lieutenant colonel who's passing her experience on to students at the Citadel.
Closets by Design recognizes remarkable women of the Lowcountry.
Our third finalist is a James Island native. Regina Saunders is the founder and owner of Destiny Community Cafe. Everyone can eat there free, even if you can't pay for the meal.
Saunders serves up healthy and delicious food along with a full helping of hope.
Yeah. But they're so good.
Welcome to Destiny Community Cafe. Everybody eats when they come through these doors here in North Charleston.
We're South Carolina's only pay what you can cafe, where people can pay whatever they can afford for their meal, or they can volunteer in exchange for their meal. However, during the pandemic right now, we've been just pretty much feeding folks without having to do the volunteering.
James Island native Regina Saunders, founder and owner of Destiny Community Cafe, says she was inspired by John Bon Jovi and his wife to open the cafe.
He has a pay it forward kind of concept. So I went and researched that. I actually got to meet him and his wife, and I came home and just started putting it into place where people can come, and it's been 6 years now.
The nonprofit operates as part of One World Everybody Eats. No menu or prices. Meals are provided for the underserved community. Saunders says the need has intensified due to the pandemic.
We fed over 2,000 people when the pandemic first started, and then on a normal basis we do like 600 and something per week, and we're still only open part-time. We've been going into communities and doing curbside. We have people that never been in a hunger situation before that have came in and gotten meals from us.
Food is donated by local farms, nonprofits, and community partners. Whatever comes in the door goes into the pot.
All right, so we're having kumquats and grits today.
They also have an urban garden, which helps to provide peace and food that's not only good, but good for the mind, body, and soul.
Thank you. I just feel like God called me to do it, and you can't tell God no. I've been there, so when people come here and, you know, sometimes they do confide in me, sometimes they don't. I just feel that this is my calling, and I believe it'll help make the community better.
The cafe also works to help those in need find resources. They also now pack bags of groceries so those in need can eat at the cafe and then bring a bag home. Our fourth and final finalist is a retired lieutenant colonel in the Army.
Pamela Barton is now the assistant commandant for operations and training at the Citadel. News 2's Amaris Jenkins sat down with Lieutenant Colonel Barton and learned more about her life in the military.
More than 21 years of service to the Citadel after 28 years in the military. Lieutenant Colonel Pamela Barton is a trailblazer and role model for women.
When I joined the Army, I joined the Army. So that in itself, to me, was just the catapult, the keystone for my career.
A graduate of the University of South Carolina, Lieutenant Colonel Barton is a native of Florence, South Carolina. After a direct commission into the United States Army in 1974, Barton's strength was tested daily.
There were a lot of things that were evolving as far as women in the Army. And I was fortunate enough to be engaged in a lot of those opportunities that were being given to women.
But she enjoyed it, even making an appearance with the 82nd Airborne Sport Parachute Demonstration Team.
I ended up in Lugoff with a sport parachute club and started jumping out of airplanes for fun.
Retiring as a lieutenant colonel, Barton joined the Citadel in 1999 as a TAC officer during a time when being a woman at the military college wasn't easy.
They were looking for women to come in and be part of the experience here on the military side of the house, as opposed to they had women faculty.
But she was up to the task, earning rewards, promotions, even helping execute a plan to keep cadets safe during the COVID-19 crisis. Her work speaks for itself.
It's long days. It's physical training there in the morning, whether it's with the cadets or whether it's personal, because it's part of who I am.
A cancer survivor with an impact hard to measure. Now set to retire from the Citadel, Barton's story teaches resilience and compassion.
It means a lot that I've been able to contribute. It means a lot that I've been part of the opportunity and the growth of this place.
On all fronts, both personal and professional, Lieutenant Colonel Pamela Barton is a remarkable woman.
I guess I'm going to leave knowing that I had my fingerprints on a lot of stuff.
Lieutenant Colonel Barton was named the Citadel's Employee of the Year in 2005 after serving years in the 1st, 3rd, and 4th Battalions.
She was promoted to her current position, the Assistant Commandant for Operations and Training, in 2006.
Well, you've met each of our remarkable women, Barton, Ilick, Saunders, and Walker.
And coming up, we're taking you out to Patriots Point to see this year's winner. Stay with us.
Closets by Design recognizes remarkable women of the Lowcountry.
All right, everyone, it is the moment we have all been waiting for. We started this process in December. We asked for your nominations, and you sent in nominations for more than 80 women throughout the Lowcountry, women doing amazing things. And it's brought us to this moment. These 4 fabulous, remarkable women, our 4 finalists. We told you about them all morning long, and now, the moment we've all been waiting for. We are going to announce who our 2021 Remarkable Woman is this morning. Drum roll, please. Any drum roll? All right, without further ado, everyone, our 2021 Remarkable Woman is Dr. Romina Ilick. Congratulations, Dr. Ilick.
Thank you very much.
You.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Oh my goodness.
Tell us what's going through your mind right now.
Oh, I'm kind of in shock. Well, I'm honored. I'm honored and humbled, and I'm so inspired by the women sitting next to me. I mean, you're all incredible. It's unbelievable hearing these stories. You're all incredible.
You all are simply amazing. It was a hard decision. You all are remarkable. Dr. Ilick, we certainly thank you for putting your life on the line every single day in and day out during this horrific pandemic, and we're still in the middle of it. And
Yes.
You're still working, and you're still trying to balance your family life and your professional life, and you're doing it, you're making it happen, you're saving lives, putting your life at risk every single day, and we certainly appreciate you.
Thank you. Well, I'm lucky that I can do what I can do, and it's a privilege to take care of people. Thank you.
Congresswoman Mace, you have anything to say?
I just want to thank Channel 2 this morning as well for recognizing these remarkable women. You all are each an inspiration to every single one of us in the Lowcountry, and we thank you for your leadership during some very, very challenging times right now. And you all are uplifting our community in ways, in bigger ways than you can even realize at this moment. And it's just remarkable to be able to have this opportunity to see and recognize such great leadership. And with COVID-19, we've been through so many challenges, and our hospital systems, our frontline workers, our physicians, our nurse practitioners, everybody at being out there, coming together and working hard for us. And we're in a much better position than I ever thought we would be because of that hard work. And we thank you for putting your life on the line every single day, you and your colleagues, for each and every one of us. So thank you and congratulations, and keep it up.
Thank you.
Mayor Hayne?
Well, first of all, I mean, you notice I'm the only male up here with these remarkable ladies. Thank you all for what you do every day, making our community different and special. Keep doing it. And Doctor, thank you so much for your frontline work during this pandemic. I know when you went into medicine, you probably never thought would be in the middle of a pandemic. I know that none of us ever did. Thank you, and well deserved. And you're welcome in Mount Pleasant always, always.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations, Dr. Romina Ilick. Congratulations to all of you ladies thank you for making a difference throughout our communities every single day. We appreciate you, and we hope that you felt the love and the honor this morning. Okay, thank you so much. And I promised our director, Craig, that I wasn't going to cry, but you know what? There is strength in tears. Sorry, Craig, couldn't do it. We'll send it back to you. Congratulations, Dr. Ilick.
Thank you. Congratulations.
And there she is, Dr. Romina Ilick. She is our Remarkable Woman of the Year. It was certainly a very difficult choice for us.
Was.
And each of the other women, Pat Walker, Pamela Barton, Regina Saunders, were all very deserving. We certainly appreciate all the hard work they do in this community, and we congratulate each one of them.
And Carolyn, they all truly are very remarkable. Yeah. And we want to thank you for joining us for this remarkable event. For all of us here at News 2, I'm Octavia Mitchell.
And I'm Carolyn Murray. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.